The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, getting set for the Railers and the Panthers from Decatur Eisenhower High School. Railer sophomores just a second ago, actually a couple minutes ago, victorious over Eisenhower 41-36 here in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Railers coming to the contest with a record of 18-4, 6-1 in the Apollo Conference. Eisenhower checks in at 4-19, 2-12 in the Central State. Again, the Railers victorious last night over Mattoon, 57-37. I believe that improves their record now to 6-1 in the Apollo. Mount Zion was a winner last night over Mahomet Seymour, 61-40. So that proved Mount Zion's record to 8-0 in Apollo. The Railers 6-1. Obviously, we're heading toward that matchup in just a couple of weeks, Scott. And that game will be February the 7th over at Mount Zion, a 7:30 start on a Tuesday night. So Railer fans, get ready for that one. We'll need all red and green over in Mount Zion that night. Obviously a few games to take care of business before that, but you want a chance of holding a share of the Apollo Conference once in something that the Railers have not done yet. I don't think we've either not shared or won the Apollo since we've been in this league. Could happen this year. I don't think Mount Zion's going to fall in the Apollo to anyone else, probably rather than us.
Yeah, you're right, Josh. And if I remember correctly, our connection over at Mount Zion is not good.
Yeah, so there's a good chance you want to make the trip over to Mount Zion.
Get on over there.
Not only because we need you from the fan support and the crowd making some noise, but sometimes, as you're right, the connection. Sometimes we're floor level in the corner, and it doesn't seem to help whether we're there or at the top of the bleachers. So that'll be a big one coming up on February the 7th. But as I said, we've got a few games here before a busy week next week. Railers are at home on Tuesday to take on the Raiders from East Peoria. And then the Railers with a weird schedule next week. It's a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Railers travel to Taylorville on Thursday. This will probably be like the 7th time I've been to Taylorville this year, I think, for a basketball game with Lincoln. And then Charleston on Saturday is at Charleston, and that is a 2:30 in the afternoon start for the varsity, 1 o'clock for the sophomores. So 3 games this week, Scott. A chance to get a clean sweep. And we'll have 3 games to go next week to get ready for that February 7th Tuesday matchup against the Braves from Mount Zion. Scott wants a sweep. You talked about the Lady Railers.
Yeah,
big one today. You got to score that. I wasn't around.
77-15. Ooh. 56-4 at halftime, I do believe.
That's a solid cushion.
Yeah, the Lady Railers just put it on Charleston today and
proved it. What, 25-0? Is that right, Lloyd? 25, 26?
25-0.
Like that, yeah.
And I don't know how many games they have left. Not very many.
No.
But boy, man, they're fun to watch, and they all contribute, and it's fun to watch them. I mean, it's you think of girls basketball, but no, these guys fundamentally sound, active, can shoot. Boy, they've got a bright future ahead of them.
Yeah, we'll try to get a schedule here of the upcoming Lady Railer games, so you can check in, hopefully hear from Roy S. or make some trip to show your support for them as they, again, 25-0, I think the best season so far in Railer history.
Yeah.
And they're looking to pave their way, hopefully all the way to ISU.
Redbird Arena.
That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show. After a word from our sponsors, Scott and I will be back here in Lincoln to bring you the play-by-play action as the Railers take on the Panthers from Eisenhower. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Comnick, Grow Incorporated, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post Nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Lincoln Railer basketball is on the air. Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN Sports are pleased to bring you tonight's contest from Lincoln, Illinois, on the campus of Lincoln Community High School as the Lincoln Railers take on the Panthers from Decatur Eisenhower. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick and Lloyd Kirby on the camera and Jolie back at the studio. And we're all set to bring you all of tonight's action. We'd like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners that are tuning in to WLCN 96.3 FM, listening on the go on the Mixler app, or watching our live stream video on YouTube. We hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. As Josh mentioned before, the Railers come in tonight's action with an overall record of 18-4, 6-1 in the Apollo, while the Panthers of Decatur Eisenhower have a record of 4-19 and 2-12 in the Central State 8. Josh, and as the Railers doing some final warm-ups, heading back to the locker room. A big game for the Railers tonight. You know, we want to keep it rolling. We talked about it last night. We talked about it today on the cheap seats. You know, the season's winding down, and every win counts. And this would be a big one for the Railers tonight.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I didn't get the chance to hear the cheap seats this morning. Any update on the injury to Peyton? Is he going to give it a go tonight?
Coach, where that bruise is, he said right above the knee. It's one of those tender spots. It looks like he's moving well running off the court, but, you know, I don't know, planting, jumping. He didn't give me really any indication either way, go or not go. I do know that Keon's good. I mean, we knew that last night. He went back into the game, and,
right.
And that ankle that he had a little twisted ankle, that's not really affecting him too much. But I don't know. We'll just have to see if he gets out there. You know, it's just a funny spot where it's at. You know, you get it loosened up, and it could tighten up on you. But hopefully we'll see some action from Cook tonight.
Yeah, good thing for Coach Alexander that he's got some guys sitting alongside him that can step in and do the job. And last night it was the sophomore Drew Hayes. Hayes with a big night in his back in the starting lineup as Peyton went down with an injury. Drew Hayes with 14 points and 11 rebounds and probably 7 or 8 steals as we saw last night.
Absolutely.
So what a big lift he was last night. Needed all of those as the Railers won 57-37. So as all coaches talk about, when a guy goes down, somebody else got to come and step in. Hayes was that guy last night. Might be somebody different here tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Josh. And that's how it's kind of been all year. You know, don't have to rely on Cook a whole lot. Now some other kids are stepping in. You know, Saucy, I know at the beginning of the season, you know, he kind of started off slow and then just kind of picked it up. And, you know, he's had some games where he's taken over. Bivens can do it. Nelson, he'll come off the bench and get you 12 or 15.
And Gowan's been playing well off the bench
as well. So, you know, any given night, and then you got Schilling, don't count him out. Any given night, one of those kids can, you know, lead the Railers. And that's a well-balanced team where we got a deep bench, and that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, 2 guys off the bench last night were in double figures against Mattoon. Camden Nelson with 13 and Aiden Gowan off the bench also with a 11. So we talked about that Railer bench squad, and they did a good job of it last night.
35 seconds on the clock as we get ready for tonight's action between the Lincoln Rail Splitters and the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers. Both teams in their locker rooms. Referees over to the scores table.
Eisenhower play last night?
I do not know. I'm sure they do. I mean, usually Central State 8, it's Friday, Saturday games, so I would think they would have played somewhere last night, but I don't know for sure. All right, the lights are going off. We're going to take a commercial break so we can have the playing of our national anthem, but when we come back, we'll have starting lineups and the opening tip here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Back here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, getting set for the starting lineups between the Panthers of Eisenhower and the Railers. Here from Coach Neil Alexander Court. Again, the sophomores victorious earlier today with a score of 41-36. Leading scorers, Darren Stevens with 12, Gabe Smith with 10, and Frank Sanders with 9 to lead the Railer sophomore team and head coach Greg Alexander. First, the starting lineup for the visitors on the scoreboard. Out of the Central State 8 Conference with a record of 4-19 overall, 2-12 in the Central State 8. 5'10" and a freshman, number 1, Tyshawn Clemens.
I don't think they want to introduce. They went back to their locker room.
6'1" and a senior, number 2, Sincere Jackson. 6'2" and a senior, number 4, Jason Creason. At one forward, 6'5" and a junior, number 20, Jarvis Smith. And 6 foot and a senior, 22, Aaron Dabner. The Panthers are coached by Mr. Rodney Walker. Now the starting lineup for your Lincoln Railers come into the contest with a record of 18-4 on the season, 6-1 in the Apollo Conference. Fresh off a victory last night, 57-37 over the Green Wave from Mattoon High School. Cameron Kurtz in the background will bring you the starting lineup to the crowd here at Coach Neil Alexander Court. First man out, 5'7", and a junior guard, number 10, Carson. Keon Carson. 6 foot and a junior guard. Number 3 is Schilling. Trey Schilling. 6'3" and a senior forward. Number 24, Biven. Jake Biven. 6'5" and a senior forward. 22, Saucy. Tyler Saucy. And the man in the middle, 6'5" and a sophomore. Number 30, Hayes. Drew Hayes. And of course, under the direction of head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dahm, and Gary Rademacher.
Our officials for tonight, Kevin Hermits.
Tonight's tip-off is sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Here come the Panthers of Decatur Eisenhower.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen that before. Just didn't come out for the starting lineups. You know, Coach Walker does some different things over there, and maybe didn't want to have his guys take a look at all the things that go on here for the starting lineup, so he figured why not keep him in the locker room, or maybe had a few other things to go over. A little extensive game plan.
Yeah, I guess so.
Found out Cook wasn't going to play, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, whatever it was a reason not to get announced for the starting lineup.
Hayes and Smith set to tip off. Decatur in their travel blacks and gold, and Railers in their home whites. And the ball is up, controlled by the Panthers of Decatur Eisenhower. Jackson over to Dabner. Now they'll get it back out to Jackson, work it over to Clemens. Jackson Clemens on the wing. Now kick it into Creason. They'll kick it back out to Clemens for a 3. No good. Rebound chased for by Biven.
Yeah.
He'll track it down and get it to Hayes, who gets it to Carson.
Good defensive effort there by the Railers, and a big rebound on the back end by Biven.
Kick ball will reset. Railer ball on the sideline. Schilling to inbound. Game just underway. Railers with the basketball.
Carson over to Saucy. Now back up top to Carson. Over to Saucy. Now Hayes. Hayes dribbles in, kicks it to Carson up top.
Schilling for a 3 in the corner in front of us. No good. Saucy flies in.
Out of bounds, going to go to the Panthers.
Sorry, Lloyd, turned off your...
Yeah, I started messing with knobs.
You're so loud. I can barely hear myself think. You're so loud in my ear.
Your ears hurt? Well,
I had to get it turned down.
No score here tonight. Just under a minute has gone by here at Royce Anderson Gymnasium. Panthers with the basketball. They'll work it around, trying to figure out the 1-2-2 ball press. Now they try to get it in. Carson there for the steal. And we got a 2-on-1. He'll kick it to Schilling. Nothing there. Spin around. Carson in the corner.
Right into him.
All the way across.
Hayes
now they'll reset up top to Hayes. Now Schilling.
Wide open on that block.
Just missed him. Now Carson gets it to Saucy. Saucy goes left. Now back to Carson to the right.
Something a little different from Eisenhower coming in, almost like a matchup zone here. 2-1-2, maybe a 1-3-1.
It's out of bounds off of Creason's. Going to stay with the Railers.
They've got number 20, who's a good size guy out there. That's number 20, Jarvis Smith, 6'5" junior on the top of that. Almost like a matchup.
Stolen away. Eisenhower to push. And stolen away again by Carson. Carson's got a 1-on-1. Avoids the charge.
Yeah.
Up and around. Dabner for the bucket.
Yeah, nice got by the Railers. Eisenhower got a little bit of a steal there and started to go, but a couple of Railers tipped it away, and Carson came up and stole it. Then you said, like you said, Scott, he did a nice job of sidestepping the charge. And Carson gets us on the scoreboard.
And turnover Decatur, and had the opportunity to talk to Carson or Keon's brother Kenai this morning. He wrestles for the Railers, and they're preparing for regionals next weekend, so good luck to them.
Turnover by Eisenhower, the second for them here on the game. Railers up 2-0 with 5:38 left here in the first quarter.
Schilling, lob, Hayes, up and good.
Yeah, that play works about every time. It almost looks like it's a shot from the high point wing / area, and none of the defenders think it's going to be a lob, and all of a sudden Hayes or Cook or whoever tends to be the play for catches it and puts it in.
Railers up 4-0, 5:09 to go in the first quarter. Panthers with the basketball. Creason. Now number 12 takes a three-pointer, no good. Number 12 for the Panthers is Shaquille Green.
Well, you don't see a lot of freshmen starting at the varsity level, but Eisenhower has one in Clemens.
Green up, no good. Rebound fought for, and they're going to get Saucy over the back.
Yeah, Railer standing as the shot goes up instead of getting that good position, and Saucy gets caught going over the back.
Eisenhower ball on their own baseline. Green to inbound, stolen away by Schilling.
Yeah, good read by Trey. Read the eyes of the inbounder and went over and moved while the ball was in the air and took it right out of the air.
Bivin to Schilling. Schilling there guarded by Jackson. Now they'll work it down low to Saucy. He kicks it out to Bivin. Good rebound.
Rebound looked like a rebound as high as he had to go for it.
Up and get that
Good catch there by Bivin.
4:30 to go in the first. Railers up by 4. Now kick it out to Schilling from the side. He airballed it. And the Panthers with the rebound. They look to push up to number 4, Creason, up off the backboard. No good. Hayes with the rebound.
Yeah, Hayes, good job of Hayes running the court, not expecting the Eisenhower Panthers to make the layup, and comes away with a big rebound. Good contest there by Keon Carson as well. But it's time to put Nelson and Gowan in against this zone, I think, Scott. You got to line this perimeter with three-point shooters.
And then there's a good sign right there, Josh. Cook is up as well. He'll check in at the next dead ball. So you were wondering earlier if Cook was going to get any action, and there's your answer. So that's a good sign. Hayes, he'll drive in, lower his shoulder, up off the backboard, and good. Hayes, he's got 4 points. The Railers got 6. 3:39 to go in the first.
Not a lot of fanciness out there, but when he puts his head down, he's going to the rim and got one thing in mind, and that's the score of the basketball. And you see that sophomore growing with confidence every game. That big double-double last night sure helped.
6-0 Railers. Panthers with the basketball. They'll work it around. Green with it up top, guarded by Bivin. He'll go to his left. That's the freshman Clemens, all the way in the corner to Jackson. Now Jackson kicks it out to Clemens. They work it to Creason. Now Jackson for a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Schilling for the Railers with 3 minutes to go in the first. Carson will trot it up.
Panthers yet to get on the board, but a good look there by Eisenhower. They're pretty patient there to get the good shot. Got it, just couldn't get the three-pointer to go.
Railers with the basketball, up by 6.
A little out of sorts here, don't you think, Scott? They're not in rhythm at all. I mean, his defense has got us thrown off a little bit. I'm sure coaches realized or knew what Eisenhower may do to us, but it's one thing to go over it on the chalkboard in the locker room, but it's also it takes a few minutes to get it figured out.
Yeah, it seems like the Railers, we're a slow starting team, and then as we get in the flow of games, make some adjustments, and then we tend to take off. But yeah, you're right, Josh. Kind of a little, I don't want to say sluggish, but just trying to figure things out.
Yeah, and some teams that have had a lot of experience together, especially you remember, Froby and Ewald and Singleton and Hollinger, and those guys that were all out there that had a lot of playing time together could generally pick up on those things. Max Cook and Bolby and Gavin Block, and those, I'm missing some of the guys out there. I mean, there's guys that played together, and you had seniors that were played for a long, long time growing up through the system, and even before they got to high school, they tend to figure things out a little quicker. And this group is as experienced with Keon coming in as a starter this year. Schilling with a starter, it takes a little bit longer for those guys to pick it up.
2:38 to go here in the first quarter. The Railers up 6-0 after the timeout. Nelson, Cook, and Gowan will check in. Keon Carson and Drew Hayes will stay on for the Railers.
Following the timeout.
So Nelson inbound on the sideline. He'll get it into Carson.
Boy, I think they've got the big kid here at the point, and they're not worried about Keon shooting here. Might have to move one of the shooters up to this point area to bring him out. That opens up our free throw line area.
Cook with it. He'll give it to Gowan. Gowan goes left. Now backs it out.
There
Takes
you go.
a three. Gets it to Carson.
You got to put Gowan or Nelson maybe up at the top of the key.
Cook for a three in the corner. Cook for a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer, Josh. Didn't play last night. Just got into the ball game. Hit a three. That's a fantastic sign for the Railers.
You ain't lying. I mean, no sweat getting going or nothing. Just get yourself in the corner, get your feet set, and fire away. And Cookie with a big three from the corner.
Ooh, Cookie tapped it out of bounds. Going to stay with the Panthers. 9-0 Railers. 1:52 to go in the first. Eisenhower still looking to get on the board. That'll help Lincoln's average on defense.
Yeah, 4 turnovers for Eisenhower, and as it's taken a little while for the Railers to pick up on this matchup zone by Eisenhower, it's taken a little while for the Panthers to pick up on this 1-2-2 as well.
Panthers with the ball all the way across to Jackson. Now they'll work it down low to Green. Green, nothing there. Feeds it to Creason. Up and no good. Over the back on Smith. As Cook fought for position, and Smith went over to his back to try to grab the ball, and he'll be guilty of the foul. That's his first, team first. Each team with one personal foul. 1:30 to go in the first. Carson across the timeline. He'll go left now to Gowan. Over to Nelson. Now Cook in the corner. Fakes the three. Gives it to Nelly. Back up top to Gowan. Now they'll work it. Cook. A little lob underneath. Up off the backboard. And good.
You talk about the catch from Biven on the side. And Cook, I think his intention was to go up and dunk it. But the pass was a little long. But, man, he did the Randy Moss, or what they call you got Moss, where you go the receivers. Go up and get it with one hand. And Cook grabbed it and secured it with two and then went up.
11-0 Railers. We're under 1 minute here in the first. Ooh, tapped out of bounds off of Nelson. Going to stay with the Panthers. As the Panthers just trying to figure out this defense. Had some opportunities down low under the basket, just couldn't finish. Now they look to get on the scoreboard before the first, and there's Clemens, the freshman. He'll do it with the three, and now the Panthers on the scoreboard. 11-3 Railers with 39 seconds to go in the first. And looks like they'll hold for one here, as Panthers are going to let Carson just dribble out up top of the key. Right on the Railer man with 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, and they've got a guy right on Nelson. So Coach Rodney Skywalker over there telling his freshman Clemens, don't leave Nelson, stay here. And here's the problem a little bit with Keon of running the point. Nobody up on to really guard him.
Picks up his dribble, gets it to Hayes on the elbow. Now Nelson in the corner for a three. Off the rim, no good. Hayes fights for the rebound. It's going to be off of Hayes. Panthers ball with 0.7 on the clock. Nelson had a good look.
Yeah, Hayes move up a little bit here so you don't get an easy half quarter.
And that'll do it. At the end of one, it's the Lincoln Railers 11, Decatur Eisenhower Panthers 3. We'll take a commercial break. Come back with second quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby here with you this evening. Jolie back at the studio. A long day for her. She's been in that studio all day, and she's ready for this thing to be over.
Railer shoot 5 of 8 from two-point land for 62%, 1 of 4 from three-point land. But I like what they've done, Scott. They've looked to really go inside against this matchup zone. They've got Hayes with a drive. They've got Cook with a bucket underneath. It's been nice not to see bombs away against the zone, which we generally sometimes do.
Feed it into Cook, nothing there. Now back out to Nelly. He'll go left, kick it to Hayes. Hayes backs his guy down. That's Green. Now feeds it to Cook. Couldn't handle the pass, just a little behind him. And a good play as they run, I guess, was that a little high-low with the two. But Nelson just a step behind there, almost had the pick.
Yeah, I think a high-low, and Eisenhower kind of read it. Picked off that pass, but a good idea. Again, the Railers looked like they were trying to get into that paint area and get some easy scores.
There's a jumper, no good. Cook there for the rebound. Railers up 11-3. Second quarter just underway. Keon to Gowan for a 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Cook goes up for the rebound. Now Nelson from the wing off the back of the rim, no good. And Smith with the rebound for the Panthers.
Yeah, I think the Railers are going to have to stick somebody, like we talked about just before, at that point guard position. Gowan, maybe Nelson somewhere, because number 20, Smith, has not guarded anybody. He's really stuck in about the free throw line, has really disrupted our offense.
Jackson with it up top. He'll go left. Picked up his dribble all the way across to Green. Green back to Jackson. Clemens in the corner for a 3, airballed it. Smith there for the putback.
Yeah, Gowan there has got to be able to rebound on the backside. Just stood and watched the guy. He's got a foul, push, shove, something. Don't give him an easy basket.
Yeah. Hayes with it on the elbow. Now he gets it to Nelson. Nelson for a 3 from the wing. Airballed it right down to Green. And the Panthers pushing it up the court. Green kicks it down low. Nice pass to Creason. He'll put it up and good, and the Panthers within 4.
Yeah, a little run here by Eisenhower. The Railers, again, just not finding a good rhythm against this zone.
Carson to Cook. Cook, he'll spin, pull up, and good.
Cook looks aggressive and back healthy, doesn't he? I mean,
yes, sir.
A big 3 from the corner. He caught the lob play with a good catch, and there he caught it from one side of the lane, went to the other, and then a little half hook and got the shot to go.
13-7, 5:22 to go in the first half. Jackson with it up top, guarded by Carson. Jordan stepped in front of the pass, but he was out of bounds when he did it. It's going to stay with the Panthers.
No, Jordan did that about 7 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. That was probably longer than that.
Yeah, it probably was. Unfortunately,
it was going to happen this year.
We're getting older, so I guess
it was bound to happen. I'm surprised we went this far, or I went this far without doing it.
Hey,
my apologies.
Right there with you, man.
Clemens now back to Jackson. Feed it to Dabner. And I don't know who he's passing to, but nobody's there. Another turnover for the Panthers. Railer basketball. Cook in the corner for a 3 off the rim. No good. Rebound. Jackson for the Panthers. He'll kick it all the way up to Clemens, who tried to save it out of bounds. Railer basketball, and another turnover for the Panthers.
And I don't think you want to be a quick shooting team against this matchup zone. The more ball movement you get, we've talked about playing against matchups before. It takes a lot of communication with cuts and things like that. I think the more you make Eisenhower play defense in a per possession, the better looks you're going to get. A little quick baseline 3 there by Cook.
Nelson from the free throw line, and good. Cam Nelson with a deuce, and the Raiders up 15-7. Jackson across the timeline.
That may not be a bad spot to put Nelson here tonight. If they're not going to cover that high post, he can kind of sneak in there. And, of course, he's a good free throw shooter, and it's just like a little free throw for him.
Green works it down to Dabner, rejected, and Railer basketball. Schilling, he's back into the ball game for the Railers. Schilling, Gowan, Nelson, Cook, and Hayes. There's an alley-oop to Cook. Couldn't get it. Hayes there for the rebound. He put it up. He's going to be fouled and get 2 free throws.
And a guy you might think about putting there as well as Biven. He's really good from that 15-foot area. He can also drive it from the free throw line. So Coach Alexander's got a couple options there to go after this matchup 2-3 zone.
Hayes going to get 2 free throws. Just off the front of the rim. A lot of arch on his free throw.
Yeah, that's one thing I think. Well, everybody's got a lot of things, several things to work on. But one thing he's going to, over his career, he's going to go to the foul line a lot. Probably goes to the foul line the most out of the Railers at the varsity level, and doesn't get near the minutes some of them do. But he's going to have a chance to really help his teams with his free throw shooting because he's so aggressive to the hoop.
Green, all the way up top to Jackson. Now they work it to Green on the elbow. Nothing there. He'll spin. Tried to back Hayes down. Too strong. Cook with the rebound. Railers up 15-7. 3:20 to go in the first half. Gowan now up top to Schilling. Schilling.
Yeah, he's got to step up there. Schilling's got to step up there and almost ball fake. That'll draw him up now there. See, now you got an area for the zone to widen open.
Gowan in the corner for a 3. In and out, no good. Green with the rebound. Kicks it up to Jackson. Now Jackson's driving on Gowan. No call. Count the bucket. Yeah, it had to be something there. A lot of contact. A charge or a blocking foul. Nothing called. Play on. 15-9. Railers with 2:40 to go. Hayes down low, nothing there. Kicks it down to Biven, who loses control, and now Green hands it to Clemens. There's a carry, no call. Clemens up and good.
Boy, quick 4 points.
Yeah.
For Eisenhower gets themselves right back into this thing.
15-11, 2:20 to go. Cook in the corner, fakes the 3, now dribbles out, gives it to Schilling. Schilling will pull it back out, over to Gowan. Now to Biven, feeds it into Hayes. Hayes spins up with the right, up and too strong, no good. Cook gets the rebound, and now Hayes with it in the corner. Resets with Gowan, now Biven. A lot of action, stolen away. Jackson on the move. Kicks it up to Clemens. Clemens up and no good. Schilling there for the rebound.
Yeah, the Railers, when you're entering that pass against this matchup zone, it's got to be entered by a bounce pass. There's too many hands there, and that time Biven got the ball tapped away.
There's a 3 by Schilling off the rim, no good. Clemens with the rebound with 1:33 to go in the first half. Now Schilling tried to steal it out of bounds off of Schilling, going to stay with the Panthers.
It's like Saucy and Keon Carson will check in for Schilling and Hayes.
Green to inbound right in front of the student section. Jackson hands off to Green. Green goes right, guarded by Carson. Now Carson backs off of him. Over to Clemens. Now to Green up top. Over to Jackson. Back to Green.
Yeah, they may hold for one here, too. We've seen Eisenhower hold the ball on us several times before.
Creason, jumper, no good. Ball's up in the air. Tracked down by Jackson. Now the Panthers will reset their offense with 50 seconds to go in the first half. 15-11 Railers. Been held scoreless here for a little while. Now Jackson with 37. There's a 3 in the corner by Clemens. Got it. And the Panthers within 1 with 28 seconds to go in the first half. And the Railers looks like they'll hold for the last second shot here, Josh.
Yeah, I think they will. 16 now 15. Railers call out a play, but again, tough to do it against this zone. We better get going here with only 10.
Gowan on the wing, back to Carson with 9 seconds on the clock. He'll go left, now right. Gowan for a three, and an out, no good. Biven there with the putback, but he's going to be hit from behind by Creason, and I think he'll get 2 free throws, Josh.
Yeah, he was going up to shoot it, and he knew there was only a couple seconds left on the clock, so Jake didn't think he had time to bring the rebound down, and he didn't. He caught the rebound, put it right back up, and got fouled.
1.3 seconds to go in the first half. Biven for the free throw line, misses his first, left it short. And the second one for Biven. Up and rolls around and good.
Well, I thought that was going to be way short again as well.
And Clemens isn't going to get it off. Good thing, because it went in at half court. At half, it's the Railers 16, the Panthers 14. We'll take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. Railers up here 16-14 at halftime. Run through the scoring here. First for the Panthers from Eisenhower. They are led by their freshman, 5'10 freshman, Tishawn Clemens. Clemens with 8, and a host of other Panthers with 2. Sincere Jackson, Jason Creason, Jarvis Smith, all with 2 points to round out the 14 for Eisenhower. In the first half, the Railers were led off the bench tonight. Peyton Cook with not to start after he was sat out last night's game with a thigh bruise. We hear maybe something like that. Charlie horse of some sort. Cook off the bench. He's got 7. 4 points for Drew Hayes. 2 for Camden Nelson and Keon Carson, and 1 free throw for Jake Biven. Here at halftime, the Railers lead at 16-14. Back in just a couple minutes. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, as the Railers lead it here at halftime 16-14 over the Panthers from Decatur Eisenhower. First half stats: Eisenhower shoots 32% from the field, 6 of 19. They were 2 of 7 from three-point land, did not attempt a free throw. Got 10 total rebounds, 3 of them offensive, 6 turnovers for the Panthers on 4 steals. They are led by Tyshawn Clemens, the freshman, with 8 points. The Railers 7 of 18 from the field for 39%, 1 of 11 from 3 for 9%. And 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 12 rebounds for the Railers, 3 of them offensive, 4 turnovers on 3 steals. They are led here at halftime by Peyton Cook. Cook with 7 points and 5 rebounds. Josh Comnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here. And Scott, it was a little easy for the Railers to start the game. We're getting 2-point baskets. And then we kind of, I don't know, maybe Eisenhower tightened it up a little bit, and we've been unable to get anything going here, as of late.
Yeah, the freshman has really kept Eisenhower in this with his 8 points, and the Railers went on a little scoring drought. We held Eisenhower to 0 there for a while, and then they just exploded, and the Railers didn't have an answer for it. And hopefully they'll make some halftime adjustments and come out and pull away here.
11 points for the Railers in the first quarter, only 5 in the second. A little vice versa for Eisenhower. Eisenhower with only 3 points in the first quarter, and then 11 in the second. And they got Tyshawn Clemens open for a couple threes. He's got their only 3-pointers, 2 of them. And not a lot of scoring, obviously, with just 14 points. But the Railers have really struggled to kind of find a flow here against this matchup zone that Eisenhower has brought tonight, and so far it's done a good job of holding us at bay.
Yeah, you're right, Josh, and they're going to have to make, like we said, some adjustments and try to work it down low to Cook and Hayes a little more and get to that free throw line. And then it's going to help that is making some of our 3-pointers and loosening that defense up a little, but we'll see what happens second half.
Again, the Railers back in action in just a couple days from now on January the 31st. January 31st. The Railers here are at home against East Peoria, 7:30 start. That's this coming Tuesday. And then they travel to Taylorville on Thursday, and then Saturday at Charleston. That's a 2:30 start over in Charleston. So a big week this week, 3 games, 3 games next week, and then the big one, as we talked about earlier in the pregame, at Mount Zion on Tuesday, February the 7th. We'll need everyone to, we're going to make an excuse because we don't get good reception over Mount Zion. We're just going to make an excuse. We just got to have everybody come to the game.
If you want to see it, if you want to hear it, you better be there.
Yeah, there's a great chance it's the video is going to be great. Lloyd's got the video perfected. It's the audio coming through the Braves Gymnasium over there has always been a battle, and the only way to not worry about that is just have everybody come to the game instead of listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to send it back to the studios and be back here with second half action. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Basketball fans, Railer Nation.
Halftime score here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. The Railers 16, the Panthers 14, as we are set for second half action, and it will be Panthers basketball to start the second half. Panthers with the ball. They'll work it around. Now Bivens, he'll come out on Clemens and see what the Railers, if they pick up their intensity here on defense. Work it down low. Now back out to Clemens for a three. Off the rim, no good. Cook there for the rebound.
Yeah, good box out by the team in white. And missed three as Clemens got a good look here. And he's nailed two already here tonight. And again, they'll sit in this 2-3 matchup zone and really leave Keon out there by himself.
Hayes in the corner. He'll dribble left, now kick it out to Carson.
You know, we had really good motion. I can't remember who the team we played with was a matchup zone. Maybe Washington. That was too long ago. I can't remember that far. But had a good team we played against a matchup zone, and the Railers moved the basketball really well.
Cook, little head fake up and good.
Yeah, good job of Cook there too. Nice pass by Hayes, and then he just worked himself a little bit closer to the basket with a couple head fakes, and Cook with a nice score there. Give the Railers a 4-point lead.
And, you know, a little what you talked about earlier, Josh, being patient, run some offense, move it around. You'll find those open lanes right there. They found Cook for the easy bucket.
Yeah, we tend to get a little shot happy, especially from the perimeter, as if we haven't shot the ball in a while.
Jumper from Smith is up and good. I'm sorry, that's Dabner. Dabner with the bucket, and it's 18-16 with 6:30 to go in the third. Railers with the basketball. Carson with it up top. He'll go right. Now kick it over to Hayes. Up top to Biven. Biven will back it out. Almost storm. Now Schilling with it on the wing.
Oh, and you watch Dabner. He barely moves from the free throw line. He just hits a cutter or doesn't really move with anybody.
Biven up top to Cook. Cook will drive in. Nice little running layup for Cook. And the Raiders up by 4 with 6 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, going to need to get going here. Cook start the second half with a couple drives to the basket. Some more Railers are going to have to do the same.
Panthers with the ball, down by 4. And Cook got a little aggressive there and hit Creason on the arm.
I think just Cook's first foul, is that right?
Yeah, his first.
Not much trouble here. They got Cook with 11 points on the board. His first foul.
Number 1 of the second half. That'll be out of bounds for the Panthers.
Clemens to inbound for the Panthers. He'll get it into Green, tapped out of there by Cook, and Biven will track it down. And the Raiders with the possession. Up by 4, Carson. Over to Schilling. Now Schilling to go left. Kick it up to Biven up top of the key. Now Cook on the wing, left wing. Now Biven looking down low. He'll spin up. Jumper left it short. And Clemens for the Panthers will track it down and push left. Get it over to number 2. Oh, I thought Biven had a good block there, but they're going to call him for the foul.
Yeah.
And Creason will get 2 free throws.
Looked like it was pretty clean from here as well. But you know, although the foul, but good hustle by Biven to get back. You know, that could have been very easily a 2-point basket, but you make him go to the free throw line and earn it.
Jackson at the line. First free throw up and good for Jackson.
Jackson at the free throw line for Eisenhower. Second of 2 shots.
Jackson's second free throw.
First free throws for Eisenhower on the night. Both of them nothing but net.
20-18, 5:23 to go in the third. Raiders with the ball. Hayes will trot it across half court line. Now hand off to Carson. He gets it to Biven up top. Back to Carson. To Cook. Now they work it to Schilling down in the corner. Looking for Cook. Nothing there. Now Schilling to try to dribble out of it. Hayes back to Schilling on the wing to Carson up top. Schilling for a 3. Got it. Nothing but net. It's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Yeah, we needed it too. Only one of 11 in the first half, and Schilling hits the first one we've attempted in the second.
23-18 Railers. Creason spins around, gives it to Clemens. Clemens drives in the lane, kicks it over to Green. Now Green guarded by Biven. He'll kick it out and pass it to Coach Walker. And it's turnover, Panthers, Railer basketball.
I think he's telling the official I'd have made that too.
And he was a player back in the day.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure he was pretty good.
Raiders with the basketball up by 5. Biven dribbles in. Now hands off to Cook. And Cook throws it up to Keon, and he couldn't handle it. It's going to be turnover Railers. Panther ball on their own baseline.
It'll be out of bounds to Eisenhower.
Panthers with the basketball. 4:18 to go in the third. Jackson, he'll go left. Kick it in the corner to Clemens for a three. Off the rim, no good. Bivens with the rebound.
Yeah, good look there by Clemens, too. Their best shooter on a nice little play where they screened both of our wings.
Schilling has it in the corner, spins, nothing there. Now he picked up his dribble, kicked it up top to Bivens. Feeds it to Cook at the free throw line. Tried to get it to Schilling, tapped away. Now tapped again. Schilling regains it. Cook in the corner. He'll dribble in. Back up. Got the ball to Schilling in the corner for a three. Airballed it. Hayes there for the putback.
Yeah, Hayes with good work underneath. Schilling did a lot of work on that possession, too. Finally get a three in the corner. And Hayes, those are not easy to rebound either. That was an air ball right to him.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Here you go.
Yeah, could have very easily just smoked him right in the face just because you're not ready for it. But
right.
Good quick hands by the sophomore and right man, right spot.
25-18 Railers, 3:37 to go in the third quarter. Some of our sponsors for tonight. Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Railer basketball on WLCN. Call financial advisor Chase Lowry at 217-732-7524 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Let's go Railers. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburgers. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com.
I give a shout out to over in Arizona. I understand the brother and sister of Camden Nelson, and check out the games on our YouTube channel. I guess nothing in Arizona, and then also Grandma Lesson in Florida checking out the game here today for watching the Cam as he runs through his senior year here.
Both warm weather.
Yeah, I'll trade you places, and you can watch it from here.
Tried to feed it down low, stolen away, and tripped up as Gowan had a wide open lane, but he was tripped up by Jackson. So Jackson picks up his team first.
Well, those hurt too. Like, when you're not expecting it and you get tripped up and you're trying to dribble the ball, and all of a sudden it's basically like you're laying out for a ground ball up the middle, but you know it when you're doing that. You don't know it when that comes, and I know Gowan felt that.
Hayes lost it on the ground. Now the Panthers look to fast break. Little running jumper from Jackson is up and good. Railers a little sloppy with the ball tonight.
Yeah, now Eisenhower will pick up a three-quarter court, 1-2-2.
Nelson over to Cook. Now they'll work it back around to the right to Gowan on right wing. Feed it to Hayes. He'll regain it. Dribble in, kick it up to Gowan. Gowan hits it off of Green's foot, but Nelson there for the recovery.
Don't try to do too much. Just pass the ball, get to your open spots in this.
Gowan with the running jumper, up and good.
In this zone offense, don't try to make the great pass or the perfect pass. Just make the right pass and the right dribble, and you'll break this matchup 2-3.
27-20 Railers, 2:19 to go in the third. Panthers with the basketball. Jackson up top with it. Now Gowan will come out and guard him.
Yeah, Hayes got to be aware. He's got the shooter, the freshman, in the corner right in front of us.
A little spin by Green. He'll get to the lane. Nothing there. Now up with the right. Up and good. Wow. Nice little move by Green.
Yeah, it was.
We didn't stop him.
No, we don't do a very good job of cutting the baseline. We give up that a lot, and Green kind of maneuvered his way around and got in for a layup.
Cook with it all the way across to Carson. Now Gowan. Nelson in the corner for a three. Got it.
I think Nelson just likes that side of the court better than this one. He's been a second half shooter for the last 3 or 4 games, and I think it's the side of the court. He doesn't like this side anymore.
Nelson with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Raiders up by 8. Panthers with the ball. There's a jumper by Creason, a little too strong. Hayes with the rebound for the Railers. 1:19 to go. See if the Railers work some clock here.
It's about the time where we kind of took off last night.
Gowan for a three, in and out, no good. Hayes there for the rebound. He'll spin in, lower his shoulder. He'll be fouled before the shot. No shot.
About the time of the game last night where we took off and increased our lead with a couple of threes. I think Gowan hit one, maybe Nelson hit one last night as well. And after that started going, Hayes gets a nice hand from the Railer faithful as he, again, working his tail off underneath there. Kept the possession alive with another offensive rebound.
Little lob to Cook. He'll get it back to Nelson. Kicks it out to Gowan. Now over to Saucy, who checked in. Now they'll reset with Carson up top. Now Cook for a three in the corner. Airballed it right down to Green for the Panthers, and they look to push up to Creason. Now in the corner, Jackson for a three, no good. Clemens there for the rebound, feeds it down low to Creason, and Smith will finish with a bucket. 30-24, Railers with a 6-point lead with 42 seconds to go in the third. Cook with it in the corner. Now it kicks it out to Saucy.
I like Cook just to take his man there in the corner. He's got Dabner on him. I think he's got a quickness advantage and that whole side of the court really to work with when he was on the baseline.
Carson up top with 25 seconds to go in the third. See if they hold for one. Now they bark out the play from the bench. 14 on the clock. Carson with it up top. Now they'll start running it with Gowan on the right wing.
I was going to say they're almost denying our wing where we can't get the ball.
Carson with 5 seconds to Nelson with 4. Three-pointer up off the rim, no good. Clemens there with the rebound. And just about made another from three-quarter that time, but it wouldn't have counted. At the end of 3, it's the Railers 30, the Panthers 24. We'll take a commercial break, come back with fourth quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Touchdown! Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No, I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Welcome back to Royce Anderson Gymnasium. Coach Neil Alexander Court, Scott Kirby, Josh Connick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening. Raiders with a 6-point lead going into the fourth quarter, Josh, and we've let the Panthers hang around, and their confidence is building.
Exactly right.
We need to just put it away right here.
Yeah, we've got to get an area where we can get some easy baskets, and then just haven't done a real good job of moving on this end, and all of a sudden you get up 8-9 points. I think 8 points has been our biggest lead here tonight, and all of a sudden you look up and Eisenhower has kind of done that all game. They've kind of gotten a little bit of a run, a 4-6-0 run to, as you said, keep this thing within striking distance for them.
Raiders with the possession to start the fourth. Carson with it up top.
You got to put somebody at the top of the key, I think, to handle the ball. That is a threat from there.
Cook go dribble in, nothing there. Now kick it all the way top to Gowan, who had to go way up and get it. Saucy for a three. Got it! Saucy hits those big threes, Josh. Right when we need one, he's there. And that's another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, right in front of the student section. As you said, Scott, we needed that one big. Maybe get a little life into this crowd and this team in white here to send this thing home.
9-point lead for the Railers, 7:19 to go in the ball game. Green with it up top. Now he'll feed it to Creason. Creason tried to get it over to Smith. Nothing there. Tapped away. Nelson has it. Now he'll push left. Nelly goes left. Gets it to Cook. Cook on the corner. Now they'll reset up top with Carson. Over to Gowan on right wing. Now up top to Saucy. They'll work it to the left to Cook. Cook dribbles in, now pulls up for a jumper. Got it.
Yeah, good shot there. Almost looked like maybe one of the Railers can go screen when our wings have got the ball out there and then kind of attack right in the middle, because they're putting Dabner right at the free throw line. He's not even moving, playing any defense on anybody.
Railers on a 5-0 run to start the fourth, and Coach Walker needs a timeout before this gets too out of hand.
Yeah, as we said, we needed that big spurt to start the fourth, and we got it. Saucy with the three, and then Cook with a nice little 10-foot pull-up jump shot. So we got our 4-0 run. It's time to continue this thing.
Headline Salon, located at 602 and a half Keokuk Street in Lincoln, where your hair makes the statement. Call Brett, Keena, Allie the barber, or Jasmine the massage therapist at 217-651-8310. Town & Country Bank is a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball. At Town & Country Bank, our mission is to help empower the financial well-being of our communities, one person at a time.
Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call Brad 217-314-9654.
Railers on a 5-0 run to start the fourth quarter. Puts them up by 11. Panthers with the basketball. Clemens, a little push on Gowan, no call. Now tapped away by Gowan. Now Nelson pushes left. He'll go into the lane and just ripped. And boy, he got wrapped around the neck, Josh, and that almost intentional.
Yeah, it was. And, Camden was getting ready to go up for a layup. And again, calling it on the floor, which I don't know.
That was definitely on the shot. He about ripped his head off.
Like, what was he going to go do?
I mean, it's either on the shot or intentional. Take your pick, but didn't call either one of those. So.
Yeah, I think 2 free throws, I would thought, but maybe not. Looked like he had taken that hop to go up
absolutely.
To shoot it. So if I was the official, I think I would have called 2 free throws.
Dangerous play, but Nelson looks okay. He'll take a three. Oh, in and out, no good. Cook there tried to get the rebound, couldn't grab it. Now the Panthers look to push with Clemens. He'll get into the lane, kick it out to Jackson. Nothing there. Good retreat by the Railers. Now they'll reset.
Really good retreat. A really good hustle back by the Railers. That could have been a transition basket for the Panthers, and the Railers really hustled back to stop that.
Creasing with it up top. Railers up by 11. 6 minutes to go. Work it to Green at the free throw line. Guarded by Cook. Nowhere for Green to go. Try to get it to Jackson. And Saucy ripped it out of there. And the Railers with the basketball. Up by 11. 5:50 to go in the ball game. Nelson for a three. Off the front of the rim. No good. Cook there for the rebound. He'll put it back up. Too strong. No good. Jackson with the rebound. And it's going to be off of Nelson. Going to go to the Panthers.
Yeah, good rebound by Cook. But when he went to go spin, you see where he ended up was almost out of bounds instead of really powering toward that hoop and take a chance of getting obviously a closer shot, but then maybe picking up a foul and going to the free throw line.
Panthers will get across the timeline. Green back to Jackson. Jackson up top. Now Gowan will pick him up. To Clemens, the freshman on the wing, guarded by Nelson. Now up top to Jackson. He'll work it over to Creason. A little jumper by Green, in and out, no good. Cook there for the rebound. Kicks it over to Carson with 5:10 to go. Carson pushes right, finds a lane, up and no good. And the Panthers get the rebound. Jackson pushes left, cut off by Gowan. Now he'll back it out.
It was a good drive by Keon. He just couldn't get the basket to go. But I was just getting ready to say we need a little transition. Make Eisenhower run back a few times hard, and we did it there, just didn't score.
Feed it down low to Smith. Tapped out there by Saucy.
With a couple good hands on back-to-back possessions. Tip away and a steal, and tip away and a steal for Saucy.
Now, Nelson, little fake pass, lost it. Gets the ball back. Now they'll reset with Carson up top. He'll kick it over to Saucy in the corner for a three. No good. And Cook just about went over the back there on Green. No call. Panthers with the rebound. Railers up by 11. 4:18 to go.
Boy, a quick shot again. We've really gotten him back into not taking a lot of time on the offensive end, making Eisenhower think about playing some defense. A couple quick shots, and when they don't go, obviously you give it a chance to get it back to Eisenhower.
Running jumper by Green. And the lead's down to 9, under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Don't know what happened there. I was looking at the score.
Yeah, turnover. I think Saucy threw it away trying to get it to Keon, and costly turnover there. Now 6 turnovers on the Railers. Still just a 9-point lead here with 3:55 left.
3:50 to go here tonight as the Railers look to go 3-0 in this week of basketball. Started off with Normal West. Matt Toon last night. There's a little runner by Creason, no good. He'll be fouled, 2 free throws, and finish it up tonight here with the Panthers. And a couple of days of rest, Josh, and then right back at it at home Tuesday night against is it East Peoria?
Yep.
It'll send Jay Sean Creason to the line for Eisenhower, 2 shots.
Just the, I believe, just the 3rd and 4th free throw coming up for Eisenhower as he misses the first. So Eisenhower 3 of 4 on the, 2 of 3 from the free throw line here in the game.
As Hayes checks back in, and this is something Coach Al likes to do. Talked about bringing that 4 guy and have him bring the ball up.
Well, you're right. You expect some.
There's a grab on the jersey by Clemens. They caught it.
4 team fouls, I believe, now on Eisenhower. So they've got a couple to give here before we get into the bonus. Still a lot of time left. 3:34. The Railers just up 8, 35-27.
Hayes to inbound. Gets it in to Carson. And Carson to take it up himself. Coach Al holds his fingers up, calls the play. Tried to get a little backdoor to Hayes, didn't work. Gowan finds a lane, fake up and good.
Yeah, nice play there by Gowan. The backdoor was the play called, didn't work, but the Railers kept going and didn't stop after their initial read was not there. And just a handoff to Gowan, and boy, he turned the corner and went hard to the basket.
37-27, 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Railers up 10. There goes Green. He's going to work his way down, kick it up to Jackson for a 3. Got it. And we're down to a 7-point lead for the Railers with 2:50 to go in the ball game. Cook hands off to Carson. Carson speeds right, gets to the lane, kicks it out. Nelly, 3-pointer in the corner, off, no good. Rebound comes down to Jackson for the Panthers.
Yeah, it's a good press breaker, but I think Coach Alexander would like to have that a little more time run off the clock and before we go shooting some threes.
Creason.
3 seconds.
Yep. Dabner, no good. Jackson with the rebound. Now the Panthers are reset with Clemens for a 3, and he got it. And just like that, Josh, it's down to 4 points.
Yeah, it doesn't take long when you come down and make quick shots.
Tapped out of bounds off of Clemens. Going to stay with the Railers as Bevan will check in for Nelson.
Probably wouldn't be a bad time for a little timeout here. Kind of get regrouped, yeah, and meet your passes. And now it's really here press breaker. It's 2 Railers against 3 Panthers.
There goes Hayes. Green trying to chug up with him. Now Cook picked up his dribble. He's got a little trouble in the corner. And Coach Al, he'll get the timeout as Cook took a couple dribbles and he was no man's land right there.
You just can't, against this pressure now, you can't pick up, you can't take one dribble and pick it up. You know, they're going to go like crazy, and then once you do that, they're going to deny. And you get one-on-one with your guy, you got to try to get to the hoop or get away from an out-of-bounds area where Cook was just stuck on the sideline.
Got to thank our sponsors tonight, Josh. Without them, this broadcast wouldn't be possible, and they make this happen here and let us bring Railer action to you. So,
video live stream sponsor, Blades Hair Nail Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland. Discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln.
And even 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Railers up by 4 with the basketball. Hayes to inbound in front of his own bench. He'll get it in to Saucy, and he was on the baseline, out of bounds. That's Biven, not Saucy.
Yeah, I think Biven was pushed out with not a foul.
No foul. Raiders up by 4. Panthers with the basketball. Could get very interesting here in the last minute and 50 of this basketball game.
Yeah, some bad decisions here down the stretch for the Railers. Where in the last couple games we've widened our lead in the fourth quarter, and we've let Eisenhower stay real close here. Too close.
37-33. We're at 135, and Eisenhower being a little patient right here. As Clemens has it, tried to feed it down low. Cook there, now Green has it all the way across to Jackson. He couldn't handle it. Gowan can. We got a 2-on-1. He'll bounce past to Carson. Stolen away by Clemens. Clemens up to Green. Green up, head fake. No good, blocked. And Clemens there with the putback, and we have a 2-point ball game. Hayes gets it into Carson. Carson, he'll speed left. Now cut off there by Creason. Now the Raiders will reset with Cook up top. Raiders up by 2 with the ball.
Yeah, slow down, get a layup here.
Hand off to Biven, and a reach foul on Jackson. That's only the 15th foul. And the second on Jackson.
Yeah, no foul trouble, I really think, for anybody as far as that goes personally.
58 seconds to go. Coach Walker needs a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. That leaves him with 1, and the Railers still have 4. So 58 seconds to go, Josh. Railers kind of this last, I guess, 3 or 4 minutes, like you said, some bad decisions, maybe a couple of bad shot selections, and that 11-point lead went down to 2 real quick.
Yeah, we weren't smart with the ball, and we turned it over a couple times, took some quick shots, and then we just haven't defended on this end. And, we got a steal almost there and couldn't come up with it. Tap, tap, tap here and there, and all of a sudden they get the loose ball and put it up for 2. So right now Eisenhower very quick to the ball. They're very aggressive. They almost switched to a flat-out man now, and the Railers have to get it in here. And you got to think that they're going to foul, but I think there's plenty of time to try for a steal if you're Eisenhower. 58.5 seconds left. They're going to wait for a while before maybe try to get a steal.
Raiders will get it into Carson. He's guarded by Clemens. Gets it over to Biven. Left
could be able to go right by him, isn't he?
And Green's just reaching in. Gets Biven on the arm. And next foul, Raiders will be in bonus, and free throws could come down to free throws, and
we weren't good again. Last night or night before. Going over at Normal West, we about lost it because of that too.
Timeout. Coach Alexander wants to discuss it with 49 seconds. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game. Sounds excellent. Located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trusted professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com.
49 seconds to go in the game. Railers up by 2 with the basketball. We are in the bonus. We have 3 fouls to give, Josh, so yeah, that's probably something Coach Al's discussing right now. You don't want to give any easy layups, obviously. And
the main thing is here we got to figure out how to get the ball in bounds, right? Yeah, I mean, we're taking it out on the sideline, basically over in front of the student section, and we've got to find a way to get it in bounds and see what Coach Walker would like to do here. Let his guys play defense for a little bit, or foul right away, and send the free throw, or send the Railers to the free throw line.
Hayes to inbound. And he'll kick it all the way out to Gowan. Gowan guarded by Jackson. Yep, that was definitely a foul. They called it. It was definitely a reach. That's a good call, and Gowan's going to get a free throw.
Yeah, Gowan will go to the free throw line, and I think Coach kind of twisted up his where he was at on his out-of-bounds play, so Gowan could get the ball, I think, mainly for this reason, is to send the free throw shooter to the line.
Gowan's, I'm not going to say it because I'll jinx him. So
well, and the Railers just 1 of 4 here tonight.
Free throw up and good. Another big free throw here to make it a 2-possession ball game. Railers up by 3 as we stand. 45 seconds to go.
And again,
in the game,
as you said just a minute ago, the Railers with three team fouls. So you feel yourself get beat, you can give up a couple fouls here.
2 big free throws from Gowan makes it a 2-possession ball game, and the Panthers with the ball. 42 seconds to go in the game. Jackson over to Green. Green gets it across the timeline. Now goes left. Now tries to get to the lane, up and throws it up, no good. Fought for. Hayes with the rebound, and Green's going to reach in. Nope, that's not Green. That is Dabner.
Yeah,
he's going to reach in on Hayes, and Hayes is going to go to the line. I think he's 0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, the Railers now 3 of 6 from the free throw line with 2 big ones there by Gowan, and a good decision by Coach to shuffle up his out-of-bounds play the last possession where Gowan got it and went to the free throw line and knocked down 2. Here Hayes has a chance to go to the line. You're right. Scott, Hayes 0 of 2 on the line tonight.
Make that 1 of 3. Raiders up by 5, 30 seconds to go in this ball game.
Again, Railers got some fouls to give.
And Hayes knocks them both down. And the Railers up by 6. Panthers with the ball, 28 to go. Jackson now over to Green. Back to Jackson across the timeline. Back to Green on the right.
Yeah, Clemens right in front of us. He's got a couple threes on the night. They're going to go look for him.
They found him in the corner, and Hayes did a good job of going out on him. Now a little pull-up jumper, no good. Gowan there for the rebound.
Go get it.
Over to Hayes. He'll be fouled by Jackson, and Hayes going to get 2 more free throws, and you make one of them, and that's going to ice it.
Yeah, good play by Hayes there. He went and met the pass. I think if he hadn't number 2, Sincere Jackson would have came through and stole it and probably would have had a layup. So good job by the sophomore to meet his pass there. Now he's going to get rewarded, hopefully, with 2 free throws.
Nothing but net for Hayes, 3 for 5 from the line. Raiders up by 7. 8 seconds to go. Second free throw, missed it. Tapped out of there, and Carson with the rebound, and that will do it here this evening as the Raiders work it around to Biven on the wing. As time expires, your final score, the Lincoln Railers 42, Decatur Eisenhower 35. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic post-game show on Railer Nation Station, WLCN 96.3 FM.
deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
2-35 over the Panthers from Eisenhower High School. The Railers improved their record to 19-4 on the season. We'll run through the scoring here. Panthers are led by the freshman Tashawn Clemens. Clemens with 13 points, 9 for Sincere Jackson, 4 points apiece for Shaquille Green and Jarvis Smith, 3 points Jashawn Creason, and 2 for Aaron Dabner. Railers were led tonight off the bench by the senior Peyton Cook. Cook with 13 points and 8 rebounds. 9 points for Drew Hayes, 6 points for Aiden Gowan, 5 for Camden Nelson, 3 points Trey Schilling and Tyler Saucy, 2 for Keon Carson, and 1 for Jake Biven. Again, the Railers win it here, 42-35. We'll kick it back to the studios and have Coach Alexander have some stats in the 42-35 victory for the Railers. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here after a victory for the Railers, improving to 19-4 on the season, 42-35 over the Panthers from Eisenhower. Cook led the way here tonight, 13 points and 8 rebounds. Eisenhower shoots 14 of 36 from the field for 39%, 4 of 13 from 3, 31%, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Panthers with 21 rebounds, 6 of them offensive, 14 turnovers, 6 steals for the Panthers from Eisenhower. Eisenhower to go along with 7 assists for Eisenhower. The Railers 16 of 38 from the field, 42%. Didn't shoot it well again from 3 again, Scott. That's been a little bit of an issue going on with the Railers kind of consistently all season long. 4 of 22 from the three-point line, 18%. 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Some big ones down the stretch from Gowan and Hayes. 22 rebounds for the Railers, 7 of them offensive, 9 turnovers, 10 steals. The Railers had 7 assists on those 9 turnovers. Again, the Railers will win it here, 42-35. And I know the competition has ratcheted up a little bit here in this last third of the season, Scott, but getting some close games here down the stretch. This last 3 or 4 games have been tight, where the Railers, I know last night wasn't tight, but I think you would say that the score was closer actually, or the game was closer than the score ended up being. A 20-point win last night, 57-37 over Mattoon, but we were kind of in a dogfight through 3 quarters, and we kind of blew up in the fourth. A lot here tonight. We got that 11-point lead and kind of let the Panthers come back.
Yeah.
You get in that habit, or that, I guess habit's a word for it, of at some point something comes back and bites you, and you hate for it to be in your regional.
Yeah, you want to finish strong and, put your foot on the throttle and put that nail in the coffin, so to speak. And, like you said, the Railers got up to 11, went on a 5-0 run to start the fourth, got up to 11, and then just let Eisenhower, work their way back into it and make it a lot closer than it needed to be. Now, give credit to, the Panthers. They forced a lot of that issue, but got to really learn how to close out games and be strong with the basketball.
As of late, we've had Bloomington here last week, I believe, Normal West at their place. Mattoon, as we said, good game through 3 quarters, or at least close through 3 quarters. And then here tonight, I can really think of 4 in a row that we've had to be really strong in the fourth quarter, or at least the second half. We knew that it wasn't going to be like it was early on in the season, where we were winning by 20 and taking care of business pretty easily. But against teams, I think that this team should be taken care of a little more easily. Right now, just not doing it. The Railers aren't shooting the ball real well. We made some sloppy decisions here late in the game to end this one. So learning experience, but at some point we got to find our outside shot.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what Coach Al is reiterating there in the locker room. Just going over some of the sloppiness tonight. An ugly win, but a win's a win, and you learn from it, and you move on to the next one.
We talked about the upcoming schedule. The Raiders from East Peoria are in Lincoln on Tuesday night. That is a 7:30 start for the varsity, I believe. Yeah, 7:30 start for the varsity. So a 6 o'clock start for the sophomores. And then we're at Taylorville on Thursday, and then at Charleston on Saturday. That's a 2:30 start over in Charleston on Saturday. So we'll be taking off from Logan County rather early on Saturday. And then the big one we've been talking about a little bit, kind of leading up to it, February the 7th. That'll be for a share for one. I mean, I think the best case scenario that the Railers can have is a share of the conference with a win at Mount Zion. If not, I think Mount Zion probably runs the table and will probably win your Apollo just by what we've seen. I don't think anybody else is going to beat Mount Zion. But big one over in Mount Zion a week from this coming Tuesday on, I believe I said February the 7th. So we'd love to have have a full packed gymnasium over in Mount Zion for that one, and we'll need it for sure.
Yeah.
We'll send it back for another break. Back here with Coach Alexander in just a couple minutes. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Touchdown! Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Welcome back to Royce Anderson Gymnasium. Once again, your final score, the Lincoln Railers 42, Decatur Eisenhower Panthers 35. And joining us now is Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, ugly win, but a win's a win. It's good to see Cook back out there. A slow start for the Railers once again. Got it picked up, went on a run there in the fourth. Got up to a 11-point lead, and then the wheels fell off, and you let the Panthers right back in it.
Well, it was a learning experience tonight. I hope we learn from it. But, it's the same things that's happened the last 3 or 4 games, and you have to learn, and we are not. And it's not that we're trying to teach them how to play and understand what, sometimes a player makes a shot. It's a false shot. You make it, and they think they can take it at any time. And that's not the case. Our guys don't realize that you play an opponent, but at some point in the game, the numbers up on the scoreboard becomes your enemy, your opponent. And you try to get those seconds off the clock. And you do silly things. It wasn't one guy that done. We had multiple guys that just did things to keep them in the game or allow them to get back in. I think it was, 3:45? We were up 11 points.
Yeah.
And they're pressuring us, and we just one pass shot. Really? And those are things that can't happen. And we talked to them about it. I don't know. I don't know if you take and run. I don't have an answer. It's not like our coaching staff's not teaching them how to play.
Right.
They have to take it upon themselves and listen a little bit and understand. We talked a little bit about, Aiden had a breakaway layup, threw it away. The question to him was, do you know what happened immediately after that? The question is, what happened? He didn't know. Guy scores a layup. Straight down the floor, layup. Instead of us taking some time off the clock. A bad shot. One pass shot. You know what happened? Next play, right down the floor, they hit a 3. There's 5 points right on the board. And those are things that we have to correct. You have to correct it. You have to get to the free throw line, and either you win it or lose it from the free throw line.
Well, and that helped tonight, Coach. It didn't help at Normal West. We hit Gowan hit a big one, a couple too.
I think we went 6 in a row there down the stretch, and that's basically won the game tonight.
Yeah.
But can we count on that every night? We seen what happened a couple, 2 games ago up at Normal West. We missed 6 and a couple 1-and-1s.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a learning experience. Hey, they play hard. Our kids play hard.
They do.
And, we never doubt that. It's just how we play is what's got to get changed here.
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about this morning on the cheap seats about basketball IQ, and that's one of them there, Coach. You got an 11-point lead. Let's eat that time off, and let's make them panic and put them in a frenzy.
Even if you run 30 seconds off the clock and you don't get a shot, hey, get your defense set up, go down, make them run 30 seconds off. Yeah. Play your butt off on the defensive end and take some more time off the clock.
Well, Coach, we didn't do a great job on the defensive end either tonight. They had a couple guys that made a couple of threes. They were able to get it inside, and their defense we were a little off balance, I thought, all night. Obviously, it helps when you shoot the ball well. We didn't shoot it again well here tonight, 4 of 22 from the three-point line. But to start the game, we were going at them. Hayes had a nice start to the game and thought we would put a lot of twos together against that matchup zone, but we shot some quick ones.
Yeah. And
I think the more you work the ball against them, they would have lack of communication and so forth, that you would have gotten some easy baskets. Again, we took some quick ones.
Yeah, but hey, they played hard. I told them in the locker room, we pulled out 3 of the last 4 at the tail end here. It's not going to happen every night.
Right, that's what we were talking about. You hate to get in the habit of this, and then you have to do this on your regional night, and something goes wrong.
Exactly. And it comes out as a win, and that's great for us and everything. But it also was a great learning tool tonight.
Well, Coach, I went 3-0 for the week, and you're going to have to do it again next week as you're back in action here Tuesday night as the Raiders of East Peoria come to town. Not real familiar with them, but then you got Taylorville on Thursday, and then finish up next week Saturday against Charleston. So another long week of games, and hopefully we can keep this going.
Yeah, the next 2 weeks we've got 6 games, and then the last week we got 2. So we're down to 3 weeks of this regular season.
Wow.
And it'll be gone before you know it, and it'll be regional time, and before long it'll be summertime.
Well, a clean sweep here at Roy S. Anderson, Coach, as the freshmen got a victory this morning.
Nice.
And then the girls with a huge victory over Charleston. And then JV and varsity finish it up tonight with victories. So Lincoln Railer basketball very successful today.
Yeah, it was a good day for the Railers. And, we need help on Tuesday. We're playing, I think they've got a player that transferred from Manual. That's going to Cal Poly?
Cal Poly, I think I saw something.
Which is a Division I school, and he's about a 6'4" kid. It's dynamite and a great scorer, and they've got some other kids to go around him. So it'll be one of the better teams we've played in a while. So hopefully we can have our support here and help our kids come away. Also, I have to mention it because it's also an important game for our girls. They travel to Mount Zion Tuesday night. As their season's only got 2 more weeks, this coming week and the week after, and I believe their information for their regional has to be in this Wednesday. So by next Friday, we're going to know our faith and where we're going to go for the girls in the state tournament. So pick a place and hopefully come out and support our basketball programs.
Yep. Well, absolutely. All right, Coach, thanks for taking some time with us, and we'll see you back here Tuesday night.
Okay, thank you.
That'll do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday, January 31st at 7:30 as the Railers are at home to take on the Raiders from East Peoria. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting at 7 o'clock. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Joe Lee, cameraman and social media coordinator Lloyd Kirby, as well as Josh Komnick, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 42, Decatur Eisenhower 35. The Railers now stand at 19-4. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. We would like to thank our listeners for listening, our viewers for viewing, and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Railer basketball. From Lincoln, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the station for the classic rock experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Cuck Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.